Hi, I'm Jon Snow, and now I'm going to turn to some of the issues that have been, well, a little neglected in the general election campaign. You might have wondered why we haven't heard more about climate change in the past few weeks. Actually, it's a rare thing in this election. It's an issue that all three of the largest parties agree on. They've all signed a pledge to say that no matter who wins the election, they'll work to combat one of the most serious threats facing the world. But is that the end of the discussion? There are those who dissent, but 97% of scientists agree that global warming is man-made, and later this year we could see one of the most historic international deals signed in human history. Representatives of every country on Earth who come together in Paris and could seal a binding agreement to cut greenhouse gas emissions and limit global warming to 2 degrees Celsius. If they don't, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change says that we could see droughts, floods, rising seas and scrambles for food right across the world. Cameron, Miliband and Clegg would each sign this UN deal, but outside of that, well, it's virtually fallen off the political agenda. In 2010, David Cameron said that he wanted the coalition to be the greenest government ever. 3 years later, reports said that he told staff to get rid of all the green crap. Well, Downing Street said they didn't recognise the phrase, but there certainly haven't been any photo opportunities as high profile as this one in recent years. Labour says that the Prime Minister fell behind on climate change because he no longer thought it was a fashionable subject. But even Ed Miliband, a former Energy and Climate Change Secretary, only mentioned the subject once in the speech that launched his party's manifesto. David Cameron's speech didn't mention it at all. UKIP do talk about climate change a fair amount. Their energy spokesman has said that the link between rising CO2 levels and human activity is, quote, open to question. By contrast, the Liberal Democrats made new green laws one of their key pledges. It means that if we had yet another coalition, they'd be very unlikely to walk away from that demand. Well, the Greens obviously placed the issue at the very centre of their manifesto as well. They'd set annual targets to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but one Cambridge University scientist said that the party was grievously at fault for not talking about it more. One former Green Party chairman said all the major parties were hiding behind the pledge that they'd signed to sanitise climate change debates. Should there have been more discussion in such a critical year for the planet's future? That's up to you. For more breaking news, explainers and videos from the parties themselves, then have a look at the playlists below. Or click here to see the first film of our election series. And come back every weekday through the campaign for a new video.